right, we are back with part 2 of trying to make the odd openings and openings oddities, some of the truly odd or oddities, trying to make them work. And it definitely was fun in the first game, so this is purely for entertainment value. And I'm hoping with white I can play one of these moves and then flip it over and show you how it's done playing against it as we're getting a game here. And let's start with the bird. And there's a couple different ways to play with the bird. We can go for, how about a stonewall system? I'm feeling a stonewall attack, and with that waste of a tempo, makes me feel even better. All right. Okay, so let's do the stutter step, make this guy useful, because that's one of the significant problems with the stone wall. So, as the grass is clearly being cut right outside my house right now. Oh man, my opponent's liking this tempo wasting stuff, and I can't say that I'm not pleased to see it. Manamana, do ba-do-do. You want knight g4? You know what? I'm going to take so you don't have knight g4 just because you want knight g4. I'm that type of guy. No. Bishop takes h7. King takes h7. Knight g5. F takes g5. Queen takes h5. King g7. It's almost there. We'll just do that and get a good game pretty quick here. Yeah, okay. Wreck it, Ralph. I love that. Makes me feel good. I really want to stop that pawn from moving again, though, if I can. I don't really see it, though. Queen f4 is met by bishop d6. Simple chess. Okay with giving some here. He's got really weak pawns to play against long term. That makes me feel okay. Yeah, I know. But I was happy with this sort of idea. I think you forgot that queens can move. Okay. Yeah, he started playing well there, but it went sideways on him. So f4, already move 1. The engine doesn't like f4. That's kind of interesting. I got kind of a dream here as c6, c5. You know, pick your openings right. Don't try to do these stutter step moves. And queen b6 makes a lot of sense. Go after the space left behind. And even with multiple stutter steps, the engine still likes black. Shows how much the engine hates the stone wall. Kind of interesting. And yeah, my opponent played provocatively, but he was getting away with it. Fair enough. And it says I should just take immediately. I decided to gamble a bit with f5. And yeah, this is okay. I should just take on c5 and I'm better again, but I decided to go for a little bit more, and then my opponent, clearly trying to play hurry up chess, just missed the piece. So it's a good question. What am I recommending against De Bird in the opening oddities course? Well, I've got 2 options for you. One is the very interesting and enterprising knight h6, and the other is 1g6, where I show multiple transpositions into Sicilians, like the Grand Prix attack, and get some closed lines in there as well. But I definitely, from the bird, really like this knight h6 move. And it's got a lot of poison and flexibility, where we've got colors reverse systems facing the Leningrad, the Classical Dutch, and the Stonewall, which we just saw. And then you start getting to the interesting lines, the really nasty stuff with B3. And I've always felt, from a theoretical standpoint, Fromm's Gambit is the best way to meet the bird. But in a practical game, it's difficult to remember all the analysis and theory. Well, especially if you're a queen pawn player, knight h6 gets some surprise value for your bird guys, and it prevents these Nimzo-Larsen type situations, as we're able to play e5. And with only 3 games in the database, I'll just give you a reference point for one of these. All 3 games, f takes e5 was played, and after d6, you really don't want to accept again. You're seeing some other moves, as already after takes, the engine's giving black nearly a winning advantage. Knight f3, knight g4, for instance, where moves like h3 is met by mate immediately. You're really putting white on his back foot with just natural moves here. Not a lot of theory to remember. Practical surprise value weapons. So yeah, that game worked out a lot better than the first one, and we actually got a little lesson out of that. I can appreciate that. Okay, I'm satisfied with that video. Let's do a few more.